So just lining up the third reel of these sessions from Studio Bohus, August '77, and this next one is You Don't Owe Me. Okay, so good news is that we got You Don't Owe Me across, so they're really stacking up now. Just fingers crossed that we're going to continue on with this success rate and get all of the 12 tracks across without any problems. The only slight thing that I've encountered so far is just sometimes with the beginning tracks of the reel, we tend to get a little bit of wow and flutter, but I've found that by just rocking the tape and going back and forwards, and just cleaning all the guides again, cleaning the pinch roller, there just seem to be, some points of them super sensitive. I've had just a little few indications of shedding, but nothing untoward, and certainly nothing that we wouldn't see anyway in the course of using analog tape. So signs are still good, and everything seems to be continuing on pretty good. So that's great news to report. We're now moving towards the middle of the reel, and this next song is one that was amazing. I remember when we put it down, being in the control room, and the tracking of this song was just incredible, and it's Hold You Back. So here goes. Well, I'm very pleased to say that Hold You Back's just gone over, and I've just listened to the whole thing back and put up those faders for the first time in 34 years again, and it's just unbelievable. The groove and the feel on that is fantastic. And as it went through, I was watching. There was a total of about 9 splices in there. So we did compile from other takes little bars here and there to make it into what it ended up. And but there's a real classic at the end. I kept the tape running on this one, on all of them. I mean, kept little bits and pieces at the end when the tape broke down. But there's just some banter going on. I mean, just to explain, first of all, in a lot of the tracking, well, what we did is I was in the control room, and Pip would be out with the band, and he had his own mic there. I fed his mic feed through to everybody's headphones, so he could be giving any cues or any drives. And I know John really enjoyed having that with Pip out there and geeing him along. And so as things broke down right at the end of the take, and there's a bit of discussion going on, and Francis says, well, he says, it was a fucking tidy take, he said. And then Pip says, well, let's do another one for luck. And you hear Francis just in the background saying, hey, we've got to keep that one, So I did, and it became the basis of the track. But anyway, just a few memories there from way back then in Studio Bohus, Gothenburg. And hopefully when I go to actually put the mix together, I'll put a little collection together of some of these end clicks and little clips that we had, little audio, little chats and banters, and the same, at the beginning of the tape. This next song we're going to do is Hard Time. And earlier in the day, I put into the oven the final reel 4, which was the reel that Bob went back in to find after these 3 had been originally discovered. And now they're cooling down. The alarm's just sounded, and they've finished their baking process, and they'll cool down overnight, and then tomorrow morning we'll get to work and get those 2 off and transferred onto digital. So hopefully we won't have any problems with the remaining 2, and then have a complete album transfer. So anyway, this is Hard Time.